Many of us are now becoming more conscious beings and want to move towards conscious relationships too. They're called twin flames, soulmates, but we are not going to use labels here. These relationships will not conform to any norms of the traditional ones. In traditional relationships, we usually meet the person, fall in love, and then get to know the person. The attraction is towards the body. In a sacred union, you get to know the soul first and then you fall in love with the body. It's a very subtle and comfortable relationship. There are no fireworks. So you have to be very conscious to be able to recognize it. These relationships mirror the best and the worst in you. Your unhealed parts will continuously be triggered by them, by your partner, and it brings about healing and releasing and breaking of harmful patterns and cycles. These connections usually defy all logic, and since they are so powerful and magnetic, you end up loving each other at their worst, at your worst, and your collective worst. But only if you're aware, otherwise, you will end up separating. The awakening in these relationships happen because of the pain, and the pain pushes you to awaken, because when we are comfortable we never awaken. This is not the toxic kind of pain. If you feel that this is a toxic situation you're in, you must learn how to set boundaries and get out. This pain is the triggering of the unhealed parts that I had spoken about before. And if you stay together, you have the possibility to reach a potential of the truest and the highest form of love, because you will be pushed to be your higher self continuously. They tend to be hard, these relationships, but tend to be very fulfilling and much more meaningful. Now, separation in these relationships happen too. This happens when one is on the path of awareness and continuously growing, but the other one isn't. So the gap between them starts to increase, and because both of them are at different frequencies, one tends to feel a crash and a gap between the two. Usually there is one who wants to grow and the other one who is very comfortable where they are at. Now the one that is growing continuously has a lot of work to do in stabilizing this energy also, because now they are in fluctuation between the old and the new. This could lead to attracting a partner that is equally confused. So creating stability is very, very important. When in separation, the two people involved are trying to work it out, they need to make sure that no one's free will is tampered with. This is very important. Sacred sex is the part of the sacred union relationship. Unions respect their body and the body of the person they are with. They are very aware of how auras of the body get entangled with each other during sex. For an empath, they can feel this much more than anyone else. They tend to feel the emotions of the other person and the person the other person has slept with. So they don't wish to engage in meaningless sex, and they know it will ultimately harm them if they do. So to get out of the negativity, the chaos, and the drama that sleeping around and unfaithfulness causes, you tend to engage in a sacred union. This actually happens with everyone, but people are not aware of it. And for relationships like this to work, you don't need to be perfect. You need to be aware of yourself, of the other person, and the spiritual laws. These relationships are a constant work, constant growth, but no matter how hard it gets, they are still very fulfilling. They force you to balance the masculine and the feminine in you first. They keep a check on your own energy, how to heal from that codependency. They also help in merging the heart center and the mind rather than, being logical all the time, moving into a more secure place of feeling. Now, in New Earth, a lot of people will be going through this. We want to bring people together because it's easier to work in groups to motivate each other. There are no set rules. We use the heart to flow, to grow, to work on ourselves, support each other when we are down. And we are going to discover this path together. Thank you.